Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, I am Penge, and welcome to Plutocracy, which is a business simulator where we play the game of business. So we start back in the late 1800s and we are going to be buying shares and owning companies and buying fancy things and influencing important people and basically making a big old pile of cash. It's currently in early access, so we know the score with early access. There might be bugs and it's not finished and all that kind of stuff, but if you're interested, there is a link to the Steam store page in the video description below. If you want to go and check it out and wishlist it and all that kind of stuff, then you can do so. And just before we begin, if like me, you were wondering what plutocracy means, because I wasn't entirely sure, it apparently means a state or society governed by the wealthy. So the rich people are running the show. So I think without any further ado, let's go and try and become a plutocrat. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is set up our game. This is the sandbox mode of the game. The campaign mode is not fully implemented yet. You can click on the campaign button from the main menu and look at what the campaign is sort of going to be like, but you can't actually play any of the levels because it's not in yet. So this is the sandbox mode, and what we've got to do is we've got to choose a character, we've got to choose a game world, and we have to choose a game goal. So let's pick our character. Now what I'd like to do is, I'd love it if there was a randomize button, but there is not, unfortunately. So what we will do is I will just shut my eyes and I will just press this button many times, and then I'll open my eyes, and then whatever we've left it on, we will be these options. So here we go. So right, what gender are we going to play as? My eyes are closed and I will open my eyes now. Okay, so we're going to be a female. What age are we going to be? I'm going to open my eyes now. Okay, mature. And what race are we going to be? I'm clicking and I'm going to stop clicking and open my eyes now. Okay, so we're going to be a mature Asian female. Okay, so I think we can press generate, and that generates her. There we go. So a mature Asian female. Sophia Garcia. No, I don't think so. Let's go for Madam Penge, because why the heck not? And I think if we press create down here, we get to pick other different options, I think. So we can pick sort of version 1s and version 2s and stuff like that. Pick different hairstyles. So yeah, and that's changed her from her original look, hasn't it? How about, oh yeah, like that. Yeah, that looks quite good. Can we get any of these things? Oh yes, a monocle is perfect. Or a pair of those sort of thirsty looking glasses. Yeah, can we have a monocle? That looks aces, I do like that. And then clothes. Have we got like a nice blue? Yes. Yeah, that'll do. That will absolutely do. Yes, we'll go for that, please. There we go. There is Madam Penge. So that is our character decided. In terms of the game world, I don't think we have too many options. A lot of these things are locked away because early access, so we can only play on a small world, so a quick match, few characters and companies. I think we can only start from the bottom of the pile as well. I think everything else is locked away. So we have savings in the amount of $100,000, which would be marvellous, if only. We can only have one opponent because everything else is locked away. I think the difficulty is the only thing we can change, but we will go for small fish because I've played a little bit of this game and it's quite challenging. There's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, recommended for the beginner. The opponent has the same initial capital as yours. So small fish, and the thing that it was recommended for beginners, means that the opponent does not have a ludicrous head start. So yeah, we'll go for that, I think. And then we have to pick our game goals, which is the win conditions, effectively. So what we've got is there's a choice of two. There is either wealth or influence. So become the richest person in the USA or become the most influential person in the USA. Given that this game is called Plutocracy, and that means, because I did look it up in that dictionary, it's all about money and people ruling because they're wealthy, I think we will leave it on wealth. And there is an end date. So you can have, I think it starts in 1870, so you can have it ending in 1880, 1890, 1900, or just put indefinitely and just let it play for as long as the game goes. I think we will do that because it's more fun with that. You've not got a sort of deadline to have to rush around and kind of stress about. We can just keep playing until the game ends. So there we go. We're all set up. Madam Penge is ready to go. So here we go, and this is our very fancy pants office. Yes, we are indeed quite wealthy. So a nice roaring fireplace. It does look quite sort of cold out there. So yes, we've got a nice fireplace on, and we've got all sorts of things. And this is where we access lots of the options. You can click on things down here as well. So over here we've got skills, so we can level things up. We get experience points. We haven't got any right now, but these allow you to sort of get various bonuses to different things that are in the game. This up here, this is for luxuries. So this is where you can buy fancy things. Now, I think there are auctions, little auction things pop up down here, and you can go and make bids for things. So you can buy horses and boats and property, and things like these can make you money. So if you buy yourself a number of houses, then you can rent them out and make a nice sort of source of income, which is very nice. The race horses, you can bet money on them and that kind of stuff. Other stuff, you can get like coins and paintings and artwork and all that kind of stuff like that. And if you're trying to influence people and they have an interest in the things that you've collected, so let's say you've collected loads of coins and you want to go and buy some shares off of someone who is a coin collector, you can sort of use that to maybe sort of, get their favor, and they think you're great because you love coins and they love coins. So yeah, they might give you a more favorable deal and all that kind of stuff. And we've got finances down here. We've got a little drinks cabinet over here, which is the players' connections to other players in the game. The thing we want to do is we want to go to here, and this is the world map. And it looks very lovely. I do like how when you put the cursor over states, it shows the flag kind of in the background. So these are the states that are in our game, the ones that are lit up. I don't think we can go to any of the states. We've got California, we've got Texas, we've got Georgia, possibly. Lots of Americans going, of course it's Georgia. My American geography is not brilliant. Georgia, Virginia, possibly, New York, and Illinois. And I think me and our opponent are both in Illinois because there's 2 there. So I think we're both here. We're both starting in Illinois in the same state. Okay, so we can click on here and we can have a look now at all of the different companies that are here in Illinois that we might want to go and do some trading with. So as you can see, this is what their name is. They all deal in different things. So transport and oil production and what's that, oil refining and all that kind of stuff. So it's all different kinds of companies, and they have a number of shareholders. They've got a number of workers and workplaces. They've got a market cap, which is how big the company is. There's profitability, and then there's dividends, and the dividends is quite important. So that's how much they pay out to people, which is quite nice. So we want to make sure that we pick a company with quite high dividends. So what I've done is we've ordered it by market cap, so we can see the size of the companies, because you don't want to go and try and buy into a massive company because you're never going to be able to control that company. You want to kind of start small and then work your way up. However, nobody over here is striking me as particularly interesting right now. I mean, these guys here actually, their profitability has come right down. Their profitability has come down. Their profitability for Rhino Show, which is an odd name for a company, is minus 0.42, but it has gone up 8.6 in the last quarter. So yes, everything is driven by quarters in this game. So yeah, when the sort of 3 months are up, it kind of does like a round, if you like. It does like a turn. So maybe we go with these guys because they've got quite a high dividend payout of 90%. What's their one there? So yeah, their profitability is tumbling. They are coming down. That came down 9.4%. That's down 11. That's down 58%. Oh my goodness me. So you could take a gamble and maybe hope that they would be good again, but I don't think they would be. And that's interesting. These guys, Purple Corp, oil production. That could be very interesting indeed. Dividend payout of 100. Their profitability is currently 0.53%, but that's changed. That's gone up by 17%. Oh, that's very good. And they're not a gigantic mega company. So let's have a look at those guys. Let's have a look at Purple Corp. So go into there. Also, they're into oil. And that's got to be a good thing. Surely getting into oil is a good thing. The year's, 1870? Cars and planes and stuff are going to be becoming really popular soon. So oil's got to be a good thing to get into. Okay, yeah, I'm liking the sound of this. So what have we got here? So yeah, so they're going to pay out 100% on their dividends, which is good. So that means we'll get the full payout of stuff, which is quite nice when they pay out to their shareholders. Market share is down a tiny fraction, but market cap goes up. Okay, so their company is getting a bit bigger. There is a return on investment that is increasing. The profit margin is increasing and the share price is going up. Now, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all these things mean because I don't really understand what all of these things mean, but the bulk of them are in green and that is a good thing, I assume. I mean, that one there is only minus 0.01%. That's a very, very small sort of negative. All these things are in green, which is good. So what I'll do is, because it could take a while to look through all of these, and you can look at the different states. We could always go to a different state. We don't have to stay in Illinois. I will just go and have a little look around all the different states just see if there's any other companies that maybe look like a sort of a better proposition. Okay, so there is a company over in the state of Virginia called Four Corners who are also involved in oil production, so that's quite good. They're not a massive company, 5 million, so, they're not gargantuan and sort of, 50 million or anything like that. So they're a smaller company, so we'll be able to get a foothold in it. Their profitability is currently 1.7%, but in the last 3 months, it's gone up by 24%. I think that's what that means. So that's quite a lot. And they pay out 95% of their dividends. I quite like the sound of these folks. The only thing is, we're not in that state. So I think what we have to do is, can we travel? Yeah, there we go. So we have to pick us. And now we've selected us from the 2 people that are on this state. I think now we can travel over here. So we have to buy ourselves a train ticket. It's going to take 13 units of time, days, I assume. And the price is $1,300. Good grief. Wow. Okay, well, let's buy the ticket and we shall head over that way. And then we need to move time on a little bit. And my opponent, I think that's where my opponent is going. They're going up to New York. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, there we go. So they've popped up to New York. Okay, right, here we go. So Four Corners. Let's actually spend some of our money on some lovely shares. So there we go. So we can see what's going on with this place. Right, hang on a minute. I was flicking around here. So you can see the managers and stuff. You can see this is the CEO of Four Corners. So we can talk to you at some point. These are the shareholders. And let's have a look down here. So yeah, all these lovely numbers. It looks very, very good. So yeah, we'll invest in these folks. So these people here, these 6 people actually own all the shares. So I think what we'll do is, I think we will have a look at, so we can only buy shares off people that we have a higher influence than. So currently Julia Griffin, we can buy shares off her because she's got an influence of 21 and we have 50. And Anthony Collins has has an influence of 0. You're the most uninfluential person in the history of the world. Why have you got 0? That's terrible. Your top hat is probably more influential than you. Okay, fine. So there you go. So we might buy some stuff off of him. Okay, so he owns 7% of the shares of this company, of Four Corners. He's got an economic skill, which is not great. Diplomacy skill is not great. He has an ambition. He wants to sell he wants to sell oil company shares. There you go. The character is ready to sell his shares. You don't need to have influence points to make a deal. So that's why that's at 0. Right, he's not quite as inept as we might have thought he was. And he has a couple of features. He is, brilliant. He's an alcoholic. So there's a 20% chance that he might not even turn up to the negotiations. Okay, so he might be a little bit hungover and or drunk possibly when we try and do the negotiation, and he won't even be there. And he is frigid, so there is a minus 20% chance to the success of the courtesan or courtesan, however you pronounce that word, who's one of the agents. We'll have to have a look at the agents at some point. But right now, I think he seems to be a good target. So let's go and buy some stuff off of him. So you can click on him. You can have a look around. His actual influence is 23. Okay. And his wealth is $588,000. You're quite rich. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll buy some shares off of him. So you can use you can get some dirt on him if you want. But right now, let's just go and do a deal. The deal... Brilliant. This just started very well. The deal was cancelled by Anthony Collins because he felt bad. He had a strong odour of alcohol on his breath. Okay, so we now have to wait an amount of time before we can buy any of him again. so we did. We fell foul of the 20% chance of his alcoholicness. Well, let's go to Julia Griffin then, shall we? Let's have a little look at her. So she likes horses. Okay, so she wants to buy some horses. She's strong. So, now, if we fail the negotiation, she is not going to come back to talk to us for 100 days. Oh, and she's also an alcoholic. Oh, my goodness me. Okay, let's try and deal with her. Right, okay, so she's not currently drunk. So she's going to come and talk to us. So here we go. This is kind of the crux of the game, I would say. So we want to buy some shares. At the moment, we've not bought any shares. So let's actually get ourselves some shares. You can see down here how much we're going to own in the company and how much we're going to spend. So at the moment, we're spending 25 grand. So can we bump that up to say, can we get a 1% stake in the company? Can we get a 1% stake? Just so there we go. So that ticks over to 1%. So we get a bit of influence. We make a profit of $901. I don't fully understand why we make a profit because something else happens. I don't really understand how that's going on, but okay, that's fine. And we're going to spend 56.5 grand on some shares from her. So 9,000. Oh, hang on. I can't have that. I can't have that. Let's buy a nice round 10,000 shares from her. So that's our current deal. We give her 56.5 grand. She gives us 10,000 shares in this company. So, okay. Now we go to this, and a few little things pop up. And this is where we start getting into luck and chance and fortune. So we can make a different argument. So we could say, over here we can see that the chance of success. It's 50-50. So there's half chance she will say, yes, I agree. And half chance she tells us to clear off. So we could do this. So this means that we pay a bit more money. So we pay a tiny bit more monies, but we get an extra 4% chance of her maybe agreeing. So that would price us up from, 56.5 to 57.7. So 1.2k extra. This one here reduces our chances of success, but also drops the share price down. So 56.5 down to 53.7. But the chance is quite high that, well, not quite high, but it's higher that she will tell us to clear off. Or this, that's a terrible argument. That has no bearing on anything at all, but it makes the shares more expensive. Okay, that's all sorts of silly. We won't go for that one. I mean, part of me is tempted to just do this, just to see if we can wing this argument. Just to see if we can go, look, 43% chance. It'll save us a heck of a lot of money. 56.5, 53. It saves almost 3 grand. Let's go for argument B. A little sort of meter thing appears, and I don't really know how this is going to work. Does it ping back up? It is refused, and she has told us to clear right off. Okay, right. That did not work. Okay, right you are. So now she is not going to talk to us for 100 days. She is very strong, and she's probably drinking something lovely. Okay, fine. So we've not got any shares yet. I mean, it's not going well for a shares game. We'll keep trying. We'll go back to Anthony Collins and see if we can catch him on a good day. Also, we have met our competitor. So Annabelle Morgan is our competitor. So there she is. She sent us a little letter through the post saying, now you are my enemy. You should leave the state before it's too late. And you know what? I did leave the state and I cleared right off. So marvellous. There we go. And there's also other stuff going on as well. So there's political stuff going on. There's all sorts of politics going on. So the bill in the law of Virginia, which is where I am right now, the submitted bill is they approve the dismissal benefit. So dismissal without pay is the reason why people end up on the street with empty pockets. Okay, so they would like to ensure that people, when they are dismissed, get a bit of money. So when they get booted out their job, they have a little bit of money to support themselves. And then all these laws go through and they get passed through the local ones and then go to the House of Representatives and all this kind of stuff. We'll just let that happen. That's all fine. And then what's that thing there? And that's just a little update telling me that, yes, this person was not interested in doing any deals. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Okay, let's go and try again for Anthony Collins, because we've moved time on to the point where we can now go and have another little chat with him. So, can we do a deal with you? Aha, right. Okay, this is much better. So, can we buy all of your shares? Not quite. 98.7k, that would be. But if we can get a 1% stake in the company, that's got to be quite good. So if we just sort of fiddle about with these numbers a little bit, just to bring that future stake up to 1%. Let's see if we can, hang on a minute, right, move that up a little bit more. There we go. Right, is it about 10,000 shares? Is that going to be about right to get a future stake at 1%? Because that would be a lovely round number like we saw before. Hang on, let's bring that down. Let's bring it down. Because that would be marvellous, because that makes it all lovely and just such a nice, neat number. There we go. 10,000 shares. 56.5. Right, so we'll do the same again, but maybe we'll try and get some success this time, because this is not going to go well. Argument C is brilliant. Argument C gives us an increased chance of success and brings the price down from 56.5 to 55.4. So we save ourselves £1,000 and we increase the chance of success. Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll go for that, please. Yes, we will absolutely choose that one. And has it succeeded? I think it might have done. Okay, it's nice doing business with you, sir. I'm going to accept your terms and sell 10,000 shares of Four Corners Company for that much money. Now, what you can do is you can go back and try again. You can go, all right, I refuse that, and another trading thing comes up, and then you can have another go. But right now, I'm quite happy with that. I think that's good. So yes, we will buy some stuff, please. Ka-ching. Okay, we've done it. We've got 10,000 shares of a company, and so this is a screen where we can see what's going on with the company itself. So we can see what the strike risk is, and we can see what the production volumes are, and they're selling stuff, and there's all sorts of stuff in here. Worker rates. So I don't know what's that, what they get paid per year, and all this kind of stuff. So there's all sorts of stuff. And you can, if you have enough influence, I think you can demand the CEO go and work on sort of different facets of the company. So at the moment, you can see there, it says drag a CEO to use. You need to get 50% plus 1 share. So you need to have just over 50% of the company under your command to boss the CEO around. So we can't do that right now. But yeah, you can see all sorts of different bits and bobs. Again, I won't pretend to understand what all of this stuff is, but I'm sure we'll find all that out soon. But if we look in shareholders, there we are. So Madam Penge is in, and we have all of 1%. Hurrah! So there we go. So we've actually got some wealth. We've actually got some wealth here. Ooh, and I have a feature. I am also frigid. Okay, so if someone tries to use a courtesan on me, it's going to be 20% less successful, possibly. Okay, that's good. That's a good thing. Okay, so there we go. So we've bought some stuff. We've bought some stuff off of you. It'd be nice if we could try and buy a bit off you, or buy him out in his entirety. That would be quite nice. But at the moment, I think we'll leave it. Right, so we'll come out of there. So we've got a bit of stuff going on. Competitor, what are you going to do, competitor? I don't know, but our influence did go up, which is quite good. So let's just run time on. Let's run time on and just see what happens. Right, okay, this is what we wanted to see. So this is an auction. And this is a vase. It's a Chinese vase. It starts at 39.7k. And then you can sell it on the market for 77.2k. Now that's interesting. We could possibly put a very low bid in. We could put a low bid in. But we can't do much more than 39.7. Like, we could go up to 40k. And then immediately sell it. But I think that might be pushing our finances a bit too much. I know we'll pass on that for now, thank you. But we will keep an eye on lovely things popping up, because that is a good way to make money. Or, if it's cheap, keep it and influence people. Oh, and that law about the dismissal benefit has been passed, I believe. Can we see that it's been passed down here? So the House of Representatives have passed it. So now the governor of this state just needs to say, yes, okay, I agree. Everyone else says yes. I will also say yes. And then that will become a legal thing. So people, obviously we are for business. So if we fire somebody, we have to give them a little bit of money. It's a bad thing for capitalists in conditions of high staff turnover. So yes, if we get rid of people, we have to pay them off. And obviously that brings down the monies a little bit. But okay, that's fine. There we go. So as our enemy doing something. Our enemy, Annabelle Morgan, has spent almost all of her money on buying shares in 0.24% in Sphinx Comms. Okay, fine. Yeah, you crack on. You do that. You do you, Annabelle, whatever your name was. Ah, this is interesting. A shooty gun has appeared. A Colt Navy gun has appeared, starting at the more reasonable 26.5 grand. Now, if I put a bid in for that, and then maybe say, all right, I'll pay up to 30, that leaves with a bit of money left, and then we could try and quickly sell it as well. I think for fun, let's have a go. Let's have a little go, shall we? So current bid, 31.34. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm not bid. No. Okay, right. Bye-bye. Okay, now I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here waiting. I can't afford this anymore. These people really want the shooty gun. Oh my goodness me. But now we've gone above the market price. So it's sold for more money than I have. Okay, the auction failed. Well, it didn't for Lucas Foster because they bought it, but okay. So I think what we need to do is just move time on until the next quarter, and then all these sort of stats and stuff down here will change. You get a nice picture of somebody when the sort of quarters roll by, and you get a nice little statement down here of someone who's very important and influential. Mark Twain there, giving us a little quote. So let's see what happened then. So our company is doing okay. It looks like they're doing okay. So what did we do there? So hang on a minute. How can we work out whether we're doing well? Let's click on here and have a look at what's going on. So now 2.5% profitability changes for quarter 47%. Oh, that's very good, isn't it? Surely that's a very good thing. Right, can we buy some more not from her, because she's still not talking to us. Let's try and buy some more off of Anthony Collins. Let's maybe just get a few more shares from you. Not loads. Let's just buy, I don't know, a few thousand. 2,000 maybe. Can we up that to 2,000? It'd be nice if this slider was a little bit more refined. Because I like doing it in proper numbers. I don't want to buy like 2,327 shares because that's just irritating. So 2,000 more shares. 11.4k. Let's go for that. Let's try and buy some more shares. I'm more tempted to go for that. Bring the success chance down, but then bring the cost down as well. Let's go for that. Let's see if that works. It might work. It might not work. I don't understand how this little thingamabob works. Okay. There you go. It worked. I think that little thing ticks about, and wherever the bar ends is whether it succeeds or fails. I don't know what governs. Does something make it go faster? Does something make something change that sort of dial around a bit? I do not know. But we can buy some stuff. Okay, we'll buy some stuff. Thank you, my good sirs. We've bought some more shares in that company. So 1.2% stake. Okay, right. I'm liking that. And one thing we didn't look at was the agents. So you can get all these different agents in. So you can get, say, Polly Adler, you can get a detective, Grant Hills, a journalist, and all that kind of stuff. So let's click on that guy. Looks sort of terrifying. Jason Stiggets. You look quite scary, Jason. Oh, and you're sticking a match up your nose for some reason. Okie doke, right, you do you. So yeah, you get these people on board by, I don't quite know exactly how do you get them on board? What do you have to do? To get the contact, you need to realise a character's ambitions. Oh, okay. So you have to meet a character's ambitions, and then you get hold of these people. Is that right? Okay, I'm not entirely sure how that works. I think, because these are the ambitions of a character. So if we meet this guy's ambitions, so Devin Hayes, let's say we bought Devin Hayes a load of coins, or we gave him some coins as a gift. Does that mean we have then met his ambition so we can use an agent on him? I do not know. I'm not entirely sure. Or do we get one of these people? Do they have ambitions? I don't think they have ambitions themselves. It doesn't seem to say it on there. I don't know about the agents. I'm sure it'll come clear at some point in the game as we play. I'm sure it'll sort of all ping into life and be marvellous. Okay, so what else is going on? Our opponent is still up in New York, so they seem to be settled up there. We're down here in Virginia. Let's move time on. Let's just see what happens. Now, what's going on there? 0.22%. So is that good? Right, hang on. There's a thing to buy. Can we look at the thing? A tea set. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, I want to participate in this, please. Can I click? Can I click? I'd like to bid, please. I want to bid. Current bid. Hang on, can I bid? Current bid is me. I want the tea set. It's for serving tea. No, me. My tea set. Get off. Get off, Hayden Roberts. My tea set. Get Ashley Reed. Away with you, Ashley Reed. My tea set. And I've got a tea set. Oh, yes. Right. Marvellous. I've got a tea set. And it looks beautiful as well. This is perfect. Look at this. I've got a tea set. And market price. Paid a bit above the market price. But I can serve tea. The tea set was purchased at the auction in Virginia State for $2.26k. I've just spent $2,200 on a tea set. I hope it's really, really good. Oh, that's interesting. So the initial company that I was going to potentially buy shares in over in Illinois, Purple Corp, there has been an accident at one of their refineries or somewhere. So the accident will reduce the company's production and actual revenue. Oh, maybe we dodged a bullet right there because, we have not had an accident at our place, but they have. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, so all these things have happened. All these world events are going on as well. My goodness me, there's a heck of a lot going on in this game. Also, looking at our income forecast there, we're making an okay amount of money there. Look at that. We're making 1.81k from our dividends that we've got from our shares in our company. So our expenses are a little bit higher now because we pay 2k on maintenance, which we always did. I guess that's to have the big fancy office. I mean, can I not just downgrade for a little bit? I'll go and live in a shed or something. It's fine. And I also pay a bit of taxes now because obviously money is doing stuff. So we have to pay taxes on it. So we were losing $2,000. Now we're only losing $585, which is very encouraging. Let's go and try and buy some shares off of Julia Griffin, shall we? I mean, she might tell us to clear off again, but it's worth a go. Okay, so I think I've got 20 odd grand left. So if I just spend maybe 10 grand buying some things. Right, maybe it caps out the amount of money I've got, so I can't overspend. Right, there we go. Yeah, so that's the maximum amount of money I've got. I don't want to spend it all just in case something terrible happens. So if I buy another, hang on a minute, 2,500. Come on, nice round number. There we go, 2,500 shares. And that gives me another. Oh no, my future stake in the company is 1.45%. Yeah, this is all good. This is all good because it's all making me nice monies. So okay, so we'll go for that. Argument C is terrible. That's just awful. Make it more agreeable, pay a bit more money. What are we on? 14.3 to 14.9. Do you know what? I'm okay with that. That's all right. That's not that much money. That's too much of a risk. And she is really hard to deal with if she says no. So, well, yeah, that means we lose 10% success chance. So, yeah, let's go for this, shall we? Let's say, okay, we'll increase the chance of success and we'll pay a little bit more. We'll go for that. Right, here comes the wibbly meter. It's going to be in the red, isn't it? It's going to be in the red. No, it's in the green. Hurrah. And we could do that. We could try get a better deal, but I'm not going to. So I think, yes, we will absolutely do that. So we'll buy some more with Four Corners. I mean, yeah, at the moment we are chucking all our eggs into one basket. Hopefully this company will do quite well. So now we're only losing 290. So I think what we'll do is, there's some sort of government thing happening. Some sort of appointment is happening. There's an election going on. I don't fully understand. I don't think I can do anything with this. So, okay, I'll just leave that alone. Okay, that's very nice to know. 1.45% stake in that company. Now, hopefully, when we get to the end of the... Legislature Senator Jessica Griffin. Hang on, who's she? Didn't I just buy some stuff from her? Hang on a minute, this is very confusing. So the market price is 5.74 and she wants to buy them from me at a 16% increase. Hang on a minute, I just bought these off you. Can I not just then buy them back? Okay. She wants to give me 96... Whoa. Oh, she wants to buy all of my shares? Right. Okay, this is interesting. She wants to buy all of my shares in this company to give me 96.5 grand. Then can I just go back and buy them all off that chap who wants to sell all of his? And I'll have loads of money. Yeah, okay. And I get loyalty. Oh, no, her loyalty is 25, is it? But I lose a massive load of income, but then I can just go and buy it back. Is that right? Why don't I get a little dealing thing happening? Why don't I get that? That's fun. Okay. So now, right. I might have just made a terrible mistake, but I think this is how this is going to work. Then I can go to Four Corners. And now I've got 110 grand. So I've got 10 grand more than I started with. Hang on a minute. Where's the map? You want to sell all these things. So now can I just give you 100, maybe not 110 grand, but a lot. Can I give you 85? Hang on. Let's get that number up. Hang on. Let's get this number to 15,000 shares. So 15,000 shares that I'm buying at the same share price that I had before. For 86 grand, I've got 110, so that's fine. And I've 1.5 stake in the company, which is where I was before. Okay, shares are confusing. Right, okay, let's do this. Increase that. Do I lower the share price and the success chance? I'm very tempted to do that and just hope that it works. But that, what do I go from? 86 up to 88.6. That's 2,600 monies to increase the success chance by 1 point. I would rather, let's just give this a go. Let's just see if that works. Come on. Get back into the green. I think it might work. Yes. Yes. I'm going to accept this. Yes, please. Right. I've just bought some of the shares back from that man. In response to your help, Anthony Collins gave you useful advice. Okay, right. Mr. Man is here. Right. So we have met that player's demands. So Anthony Collins, because we met his ambition to sell those shares, now an agent has popped up. Right, okay, that makes sense. So journalist Harry Cooper is now available to do something for me. Okay, we'll add the agent, and I've got an achievement. Yay! Okay, I've conducted some negotiations, which is what this game is all about, but right you are. So now I'm kind of back where I was, but I've got a bit more money and a tea set. So yay for monies and tea sets. Oh, and also I might well have some sort of experience point to spend, because a little star has appeared here and I've clicked it and now it's making me choose one of these. Okay, I mean there's quite a lot of these. there's an awful lot of things. So that speeds up the technology update, which we've not quite got to yet. Free capital accruals, extra income. I do not know what that means. Bookkeeping, tax-based reduction through various offshore schemes. Okay, that reduces tax. That's quite good. Finances there that reduces maintenance costs. So that could be really handy. We pay quite a bit on maintenance for our fancy house and our, who knows what we've got, our various employees. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of things. Okay, let me go and look through all these and see which seems the best one for us right now. Okay, I think there are 3 that we're going to look at that are going to be of any use to us right now. Some of the others are quite complicated and I don't fully kind of get what they're on about. So this one here is very good. Finances reduces maintenance costs by 15%, and that is very good. That is saving money. The instant you get that, that is saving you money throughout the entire game. So that is very, very good. Psychology is less influence points required to start negotiating. So when we get it level 1, 10% less influence points are required to actually go and negotiate with people. So that might open up a few more doors for people to go and negotiate with. And then trading. Trading is good as well because you boost your influence by making a deal. So if we go and make a deal with level 1 and we've got trading, we will get ourselves, I assume, an influence point. And that could be quite useful as well. So I'm torn between these. I mean, some of these other ones are quite advanced sounding. This one here, this opens the opportunity for the police chief to fake dirt on a character. This is all getting a bit nefarious. I think we'll go for this. Let's reduce our maintenance costs by 15%. And then we can just leave that going. We can just leave that and that can just merrily save us money throughout the rest of the game. So I assume we just do that. Oh, a little book appears. Oh, I see. So we've read a finance book and now we are much better and we're able to save ourselves some money. Okay, so look at that. That saved us quite a chunk of money there. Okay, that is very, very good. I'm very happy with that. And we have a little message from that chap that we bought shares from. Thanks for fulfilling my request. Sell oil company shares. I don't know what I would do without your help. The loyalty to you, 0%. I'm glad you care. Very good. Thank you, sir. Oh, it was not the lady who we dealt with that bought all our shares. She was called Julia Griffin. The lady who bought our shares is Jessica Griffin, who is a legislature senator, whereas Julia Griffin is an investor. Oh, that's very interesting indeed. Okay, right, I hadn't realised that. And she is up for buying lots of shares. Okay, right, so yeah, she wants to actually get more shares on board. Okay, now really, we need to get down here. We need to get down toward Jake. We need to get down toward him, start buying his shares off, because then we can then be in control. But he is very, very influential, and we do not have the power to go and talk to him just yet. And here is the information about the agent that we've unlocked. So Harry Copper, did I call him Harry Cooper earlier? Harry Copper, this guy here, so the journalist, if he's successful in his mission, he increases our current influence by anywhere between 5 and 25%. That sounds good. However, if he fails, our influence falls by 50%. That is a hefty fail there. Wowee. Okay, that's terrible. So required is 15 days and 1,000 monies. The only thing is, I'm not entirely sure how we deploy him. Go and do some stuff. Go and write some articles about us. Yeah, I don't really know how we make him do his thing for us. Maybe we have to do it when we're in negotiation with somebody. I'm not entirely sure. Another thing we can do is that now we have our foot in the door of Four Corners and we have over, I believe, 1% of the company shares. We can go and basically demand that we go and talk about these things with all the other shareholding people. So everyone will vote on it, I believe. So let's say we want to do a company expansion. We want to change the number of workplaces. So we might want to go, look, let's build a few more oil refineries or whatever. Get some more people in. That will make us some more money. So we can click on this and then people will do voting. So we voted. J. Griffin didn't care. B. Peterson didn't care. A. Collins said no. J. Griffin said no. And yeah, okay, right, fine. They're all going to say no. Right, okay, so we were the only person that actually voted yes, I believe. We said yes. We thought it was a good idea. A few others were really, really ambivalent to it, including the top guy, which is very interesting. That's quite interesting indeed. And yeah, lots of other people said no, clear off. So there we go. So it's worth a go. But obviously, as we start getting more and more shares, we might be able to then have more influence in these decisions. Luke Gonzalez, owning 15% shares of Four Corners Company, is sure you should hire 11 new workers to increase the net income by plus 16 grand. Yes, I am also sure that you should do this. I agree. So I'm going to go with Luke Gonzalez. I'm going to say yes. So I've said yes. They've sat on the fence. He said yes. This is quite good. This could be called, oh no, and he's throwing a spanner in the works. Oh, more spanners. Ah, this is good. Nope, and you said no, it's all on you. Oh, and you said no. Okay, fine, never mind. That is not a scarecrow. That is not a scarecrow at all. This is a wolf's head on a bit of wood that you stick on a wall. Scarecrows are things you put in fields to scare crows. Why is that called a scarecrow? What is going on here? Okay, so I've got the choice to buy this terrifying wolf head, which I don't particularly want. I mean, I've got a lovely tea set. This clashes. This clashes with the tea set most greatly indeed. Starting at 13.2k, you could sell it for 27.5k. Do you know what? I'll go up to 20k. Let's have a little go, shall we? I'll go up to 20k. I'll bid up to 20k. So currently I am winning. I'll bid 19.8. I've bid 21.1, but I've been outbid. So it's all fine. I don't want to bid anymore, thanks. Richard Griffin, you can have terrifying wolf face. We can also see all these little deals popping up on the map as time moves on. So, for example, just here, a company called Or, we could buy a 29% stake size in for 2.23 million. Okay, yeah, I don't think we can do that. We haven't got enough money. We're a little bit shy of 2.23 million right now. I think we will move time on until the next quarter and just see what happens to all of our lovely monies. And again, another quote by Mark Twain. There'll be an awful lot of Mark Twain quotes. All political parties die at last of swallowing their own lies. Ooh, very deep and meaningful. Okay, so we are now making a profit. We are making a profit, a colossal profit of $92. But you know what? It's better than nothing. So our dividends are now paying more than our maintenance, which has got a lovely minus 15% sort of benefit on it, and our taxes added up. Okay, that is very good though. At least we're now actually making money, which is a good thing. Not a lot of money, but it's better than losing money. I think it might be wise to invest in another company. So all of our money at the minute is in Four Corners. If Four Corners collapses, we are done for and it's all trouble. However, there is a company here called Mono, and they must be relatively new because they're quite a small company. $1.18 million market value. So, nowhere near the big guys down here of 51 million. So here, 1.18 million. However, their profitability in the last quarter changed by plus 230%. Their dividend payout is 85%. I think that's quite good. I think let's buy a few shares in this company, shall we? Even if it's just 0.5% or something. So what do you like? You like houses. You're also an alcoholic. Okay, there's a lot of alcoholics round in this place, but okay. And you are holy, so minus 20% chance to the success of the detective. Ah, that is interesting. Ah, okay, right. So we can't use the detective on that person. And what about this? I want to get shares of an oil refining company. You do have some quite good. You have some quite good things here. Okay, impact on price minus. Oh, right. Hang on a minute. Does that mean that she's going to get a higher price because her skills are much higher than mine? Maybe we'll go down here. We will try and buy some shares off of Rebecca Perez. She wants houses. We haven't got any of those. Charismatic. Character's diplomacy level will be having an effect 2 times stronger on a deal result, making a deal is harder. But the goon has got more chance of success because there's a cat. Okay, good. Right, let's try and do a deal with her. Let's just give it a go, shall we? So, I mean, is that going to cap us out again at the money we've got? Yeah. Okay, let's buy, I don't know, 10,000. Oh, hang on, we can get, yeah, of course, because they're a smaller company. Hang on, yeah, can we get that up to 10,000? Nice round, 10,000. Come on now, come on, there we go. Oh no, right, hang on, 10,000 is required. Pressing and holding control and then clicking increases it by 10. That's very useful to know. There we go. So I can get a 1% stake in this company for 11.8k. And this company, look, they're going places. They're going very, very well indeed. So, okay, let's see if I can do anything with this. So what do we get in terms of argument? No increase in success chance, but I can bring the cost of the shares down. I can bring the cost of shares down a bit, but absolutely hammer the success chance, or bring that up and increase it by 2%. So 1.21. I'm going to do that. I'm going to increase the success chance for, what's that, $300? Yeah, let's do that. Absolutely. Let's go and do that. Come on. Oh, that's going quite slow. Go in the green. Oh, okay, right. It was in no agreement. So I think now we can just have another go. So, okay, let's go for round 2. Let's have a little go at round 2. So what do we get now? Okay, now that's a hefty increase on what we were paying. That's an extra. Do you know what? Is it that much? can we increase the chance of it succeeding? All these bring it down again. Although we could do that. Share price down by 1%. And the success chance goes down by 2%. Joe, let's go for that one. Let's go for that and see what happens. Right, come back into here. Come back in. Yes, I think we just did it. Beautiful. Okay, we've got 10,000 shares in Mono. Thank you, Rebecca Perez. That is very, very good of you. Right, now, because we've got a 1% stake, we can see what's going on with Mono. All these things are happening. There's a strike risk, and there's an accident rate, and there's maintenance expenses, and other stuff is happening. But the important thing is that we're now in with another company as well. And all of Mono stats are green as well. So hooray for green things down here. Okay, I feel a little bit better now that we have invested in 2 companies. I feel a little bit like we're a bit safer now. So if one of those companies does go under, if something bad happens and the company collapses, or I don't know, the CEO decides to run off with all the money to Hawaii and just spend their time drinking pina coladas there, then we've at least got a fallback option. So, it's not the end of the world. It's not a total disaster. And with that, what we'll do is, I think we shall finish up for now, but we will come back to this. I'm intrigued to just see how this goes. I just want to play a little bit more just to see what develops. Are more people going to come in and buy our shares at a greatly inflated price like we saw previously? Are we going to be able to get our hands on any more nice items? Like we got the fantastic tea set. In fact, can we go and look at the tea set? Where's our tea set? It must be in here somewhere. In there. There it is. It's a beautiful tea set. Now, we could sell it if we want to. I'm not selling the tea set. That is lovely. I mean, I'd like some more of these things as well. But, a tea set, of all the items that we could have got, that is the absolutely most perfect item of them all. We could just finish the game right now. Or just spend time drinking tea from my lovely tea set. But no, so I'm glad we got that. That's very, very good. And yes, we've got shares. We've got various bits and bobs going on. But I just want to come back and just have a look at what happens next and just see how the game develops and whether we can at least make some serious money. Because we're making profit, which is good. I like making profit. $407 is a good thing to be making. It's better than losing $407. But I want to be making $407,000, $407 million, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll come back and we'll see if we can do some more good old profiteering, good old capitalism. Yay for capitalism. So we'll see if we can do well at that next time out. But we will finish up for now. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. It's been a bit of a sort of different game to what we would normally play in the Geek Cupboard. And it involves numbers and maths, and I'm not particularly good at either of those things. So I think we've done okay, given that we've got more money than we started with. We've got 15.2k in the bank, and we're worth 116k. So we've kind of made really 16k profit, I guess. So that's pretty good. So goers, hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you are not already, then please do subscribe to see how we get on next time out here in Plutocracy. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. These people are eating the tables. They're just devouring the tables. They're so hungry. There's no atmosphere at all. Were you sat in the car park? Are you sure you came to the right place? Mein Knien stan in Brand. If you want to order meatballs made of snails, you need to be really certain about this.